Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, Gachagua refused to recognize Musalia during the Madaraka Day celebration in Embu. And as if that was not enough, Gachagua also refused to recognize that they are in a coalition government. In his speech, it was very clear that he was mentioning UDA as the ruling party, forgetting that Kenya Kwanza is a coalition government. They went to a coalition to win election. Just like in 2013 when we had the Jubilee coalition. It's only in 2017 where we had Jubilee as a ruling party. So after all this, William Samoei Ruto has responded to Rigathi Gachagua in a different way to tell him that look here, this is how we are going to work in this government. Because in the taking of power in Kenya Kwanza, politically, Mudavadi comes three after Gachagua. We have the president, deputy president, and the prime cabinet secretary. Then the other people follows like that. So Gachagua alikataa kufuata your protocol, and that is what helped them to get this government, hata kama walitumia ile njia ya Wafula Chebukati. Still, Ruto did not have even enough numbers. You remove ANC, you remove Ford Kenya, you remove these other small parties, UDA cannot have enough members of parliament. Remember also, after the election, even Azimio had more members of parliament compared to the UDA party. So that tells you that without this other small party that Gachagua is demeaning, they cannot form a government. So today, Musalia has been sent by William Samoei Ruto to represent him in Luanda, that is in Angola. Now, this is what was shared from the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Press release for immediate release. On Friday, June 2nd, 2023. Prime Cabinet Secretary's visit to Luanda, Angola. The Prime Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, leave the country today, Friday, June 2nd, 2023, for a 2-day visit, official visit to Luanda, Angola. The Prime Cabinet Secretary will represent His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, CGH, President of the Republic of Kenya, and lead the Kenya delegation at the summit of the head of state and government of the signatory countries of the framework agreement for the peace, security, and the cooperation for the Democratic Republic of Congo and the region, to be held on Saturday, 3rd June 2023. The framework agreement for peace, security, and the cooperation of the Democratic Republic of Congo and the region was signed in 2013 by 11 African countries, including Kenya, with the aim of promoting peace, stability, and development in the DRC and the Great Lake region of Africa. The summit of the head of state and the government of the signatory countries in the important forum for discussing the program made towards achieving those objectives and identifying any challenge or obstacles that need to be addressed. The summit is a follow-up to the 11th session held in May in Bujumbura, Burundi. That is it. So the question people are asking here is that why is it that William Ruto is not using Gachagua? Because that is his deputy. It means when Ruto is not in this country, Gachagua should be here. And when Ruto is here, the person he should be referring to use in such event is his deputy. Why he cannot go, he can use his deputy to go and represent him before he think about the second or third person. So the question is Gachagua too much busy? Is he so much engaged that he cannot have time to go and represent Ruto in Angola? That's the question. So in my view here, there could be 3 reasons why William Samoei Ruto is referring to use Musalia Mudavadi rather than Rigathi Gachagua to represent him in this high-level kind of summit. You want to look into that, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And back to this discussion. Now, number one, the reason why Ruto prefers Musalia than Gachagua is because in this meeting, there is possibility of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta attending, because he has become the facilitator on these peacekeeping meetings. So Uhuru will be there to facilitate as usual. And remember, even yesterday in William Ruto's speech, he recognized the work that Uhuru Kenyatta is doing to do with the issue of peacekeeping within East Africa. So just imagine you have Gachagua in this meeting representing William Ruto, and then you have Uhuru Kenyatta in the same meeting. Look at that. How will Gachagua engage with the Uhuru Kenyatta in that meeting? Will they greet each other? Will there be that peace? The answer is no. So to take that kind of situation outside Kenya, when really Kenya is participating as a big brother in the issue of peacekeeping, it is just a bad image for this country and for William Samoei Ruto's government. So because of that, to avoid that kind of scenario, the good person to use here is Musalia Mudavadi, who does not have any problem or issues with the Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Sababu hamwezi kuwa mnaenda kule nje kuleta mambo ya amani ili hadi nyinyi wawili wenyewe hamwezi ongea, hamwezi elewana. So in Kenya there is division, but when you go outside there, you want to pretend as you are keeping peace or you are peaceful people. So because of that, it is not making sense for William Ruto, and the only person here that he can use if it's not Gachagua is the third person in this government who is Musalia Mudavadi. So because of that, Mudavadi is the preferred person. Number two, look on Gachagua and Musalia Mudavadi, the experience and exposure to deal with these matters of peacekeeping. It tells you Mudavadi comes in with a lot of experience. He was exposed long time. He has been outside here. He has been in the government earlier. He understands on how to deal with these issues. But now, try to compare that with Gachagua, former DO, one-time member of parliament, now a deputy president. A man, when he gets a mic, he does not understand how to speak. He reduces himself to a Mount Kenya kingpin. He forgets that his image is that image of the presidency, which need to be representing the unity of the country. So because Gachagua is too much local, he refused to upgrade. He refused to understand the level and respect that comes to this office. He does not fit to be in such high level kind of meeting. So Ruto is doing one thing. He is avoiding embarrassment. When Gachagua gets outside there, the only thing he will do, he will embarrass him. In negotiation, there is a give and take. I don't know if Gachagua understands that. Gachagua is a man who would either want to have his way or the highway. Mambo ya kunegotiate kwake inakuwa to some level so hard. Ile siku nyingine alikuwa ameenda kule nje, uliona ameenda huko ni kama ameenda kufanya mazoezi, asifa kunanga mazoezi huko. He took Kenyan politics outside there. Amevaa ile t-shirt yake ameandika Rigiji, and he has gone to represent the president. So you see a man who is going outside there to take Kenyan local politics to another country. But for Musalia Mudavadi, he cannot go to that level. So it tells you that the maturity between Mudavadi and Gachagua is away far. So to avoid embarrassment, Mudavadi is that person. Number 3, William Samoei Ruto seemingly is like he's trying to reach out to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the former president. And he has realized that Uhuru and Mudavadi are not enemies compared to Gachagua. So the only way to reach out to Uhuru Kenyatta or to entice him is to use a person whom Uhuru is comfortable sitting with, talking with, engaging with, and a person who can easily break that division that has been there between the two. So that neutral person is none other than Musalia Mudavadi if you're trying to compare with Rigathi Gachagua. So because of this, William Samoei Ruto is trying every means possible using Musalia Mudavadi to go and reach out to one Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So Mudavadi is an emissary of William Ruto reaching out to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And that one has been very clear if you check in the photos they had when they were outside the other day in Nigeria, the other time they were in another summit also. You can see they can engage, they sit down, they share photos, and it looked nice. So for that one, it's also a way of not taking those divisive politics in this country outside there. So ile image inakuwa kule nje na tofauti na ile mambo ya tumezoea hapa Kenya. Because of that, Musalia Mudavadi is that man that Ruto would prefer against Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you, and see you in our next video.